Do you know what the league average for batting averages is right now?
240?
48.
Ooh, okay. It's close.
It's gone up. It's gone up about 8 points. Last
which
year,
is big.
It was about 241, 242. It hovered all year. This year, league average for batting average is up to 248. So rule changes have obviously helped you. Do you know what opponents hit off Ross Stripling?
Oh, boy.
280.
Oh, no.
And that's gone down because of how well he did pitch yesterday in comparison to some of his other stuff. The guy's got close to a 6 ERA, all right? So you can try to doctor up this bologna sandwich as much as you want. It's not filet mignon. I know filet mignon when I taste it. I know filet mignon when I see it. I also know bologna when I see it.
Hey, don't sleep on bologna. It still knocks.
It's not even mortadella, old man bologna, all right? It is straight up baloney. And look, they cannot continue to trot out Ross Stripling and think that gives the team the best chance of winning. And he pitched really well yesterday by Ross Stripling standards. You still were chasing a 3-0 lead in that game at times. And I have a hard time watching him and DeSclafani right now and saying, oh, man, I feel real confident that they're going to go into the 6th, 7th inning with an opportunity to win a game. It feels like they're always bailing water and trying to play catch up.
No, and it's a good point because DeSclafani, listen, when you sign him to that contract, you expect him to be a 3rd or 4th starter. When you sign Sean Manaea to this contract, you expect him to be a 4th or 5th starter.
Exactly.
When you sign a guy like Ross Stripling, you expect him to be a legit part of the rotation. The problem is, you only have 2 guys that you can trust in your rotation now. I don't even know if they have a rotation like set. They don't have a 5-man. It's like mixing and matching after Cobb and Webb half the time, it feels like, right? Like, because these guys aren't giving you, and granted, Ross gave you some innings yesterday, but DeSclafani the day before, like 2 innings, 3 innings, that's not going to get it done.
Well, and I'm listening to Capper. We had him on yesterday on the show, and Capper's like, well,
great interview.
He pitched really well in 2021. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, I know.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He's been awful since.
It was a consideration.
I mean, like, the best start he's had this year was against the USA team in the preseason where they were gaming up for the World Baseball Classic. Yep. And he looked incredible in that one. Clearly, he was, on point, and the Major League Baseball hitters for Team USA just weren't ready. Like, I'm looking at Manaea. Manaea has been better than Stripling, but they've used him in a variety of ways to try to maximize him. And I actually commend them for squeezing the lemon on Manaea. The Ross Stripling signing and the DeSclafani signing have been very bad.
Yes, they have been. And to your point, you were just mentioning Gabe Kapler. Here he is, he joined us yesterday on the Morning Roast. Download the Odyssey app or search on Twitch and YouTube there for Gabe Kapler's full interview. It was tremendous. Here he is talking about Ross Stripling and hoping he can find his 2022, 2021 stuff.
I'm sure everybody has seen the struggles that Ross has had through the season, but hopefully folks have noticed that he's really ticked up as of late. So just taking any listeners back to last year, Ross was one of the better pitchers in the Blue Jays rotation. So, and that's a pretty good team in the American League East. Came out with really good numbers. We pursued him for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's a strike thrower. Number two, he gets lefties out. And number three, he's about as competitive a teammate as you'll ever see. So yeah, he got off to a tough start, but we believe in Strip in the biggest way. He can get the ball again today. And we just hope that he continues his improvement and recaptures the form that he had last year, because if he does, he's a great middle of the rotation starter.
That's not a lot of confidence there.
And I would argue, like, we can parse the word great. He's a mediocre middle of the road starter. And to his point, like, here are his last 3 appearances. July 7th, okay, he goes 3 2/3 innings and gives up 2 runs and gets yanked. All right. July 14th, he goes 4 2/3, gives up 2 runs, gets yanked. This last one gives up the 3 runs. He pitched 6 innings and it was really good outside of the back-to-back hits and then the home run. But that's the problem with him right now. He's got 14 appearances on the year, all right? Joey's giving up 13 jacks.
It's not going to get it done.
The long ball's crushing him.
Yes, no, it is. You're right. And listen, when it's crushing him, it's crushing DeSclafani, it's crushing Sean Manaea. Like, these guys give up the long ball again. And this is why we're talking about 888-957-9570. Go out and get a legit third arm.
Totally
we're not saying, listen, I know I was in here yesterday talking about, and I'm realizing this now. I was like, they don't need the top of the line. They don't. I think
I'm with you.
I think Giants fans would be disappointed if they don't get a really big name. And maybe they do. Maybe they end up swinging and getting some guy, and that's really awesome if they do. But I'm just looking at the year that Cobb and Webb have had, and Webb should have been an all-star. He's top 5 in damn near every category. He's right up there. Cobb, he's been awesome. If you can just get me in a series and I have a 1, 2, and a 3, I can mix and match that other 4 or 5th game, whatever it be, whether it's against the Braves, whether it's against the Dodgers or whomever. Like, get me that third guy, and I love my chances. Now, the other concern would be the offense, right? Like the Schmidt, okay, he hasn't been hitting well. Matos maybe coming back to earth a little bit. Bailey, okay. Yaz, okay, here and there. Flores, been very good as of late.
Flores been awesome.
So there's been bits and pieces there. You're just hoping that some of these guys that are struggling now, some of the younger guys, that they don't get, sent back down and then their confidence is shaken. Estrada coming back could potentially be huge for this team.
Absolutely.
Will he regain that form? Is it all that injury when his struggles started to start?
They miss his speed on the bases.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree with that.
His defense, his defense is really good, which was a huge upgrade for him.
With the Crawford knee injury, I think they're in a really tough spot here. Back to the pitching for just a second, Joe. Heading into the year, it's almost laughable that anyone bought some of the stuff that they were selling. Let me give you these guys, okay? These are 5 guys because
it is funny that
Logan Webb and Alex Cobb, right? And Alex Cobb was better than the numbers last year, and he's been amazing this year. Logan Webb 3.11 ERA, Alex Cobb 2.82. Now there's other metrics we can go to WHIP and things like that. They said DeSclafani, Manaea, Alex Wood, Stripling, and I would even throw Jacob Junis in there. These are all guys. They're starters. They would be in the middle of the rotation for anyone else. I'm just going to go down the list. DeSclafani, the 3rd most innings pitched for this team. He's got a 4.72 ERA. All right, a 4.72 ERA, giving up 14 jacks, giving up 50 earned runs. All right, Manaea, 39 earned runs, a 5.82 ERA, all right, a 1.38 whip. Like, he has not been great. He's been better out of the bullpen. Alex Wood, all right, Alex Wood's pitched 50 innings for this team this year, a 4.5 ERA, all right, another guy who's given up 6 jacks, and you look at him, he's got a 1.53 whip, not good. Ross Stripling, 5.92 ERA, 50 innings pitched. Jacob Junis, 50 innings pitched. He was good a couple years ago. He's fallen back down to earth, a 4.97 ERA. Those 5 guys, no, I'm not talking about burgers. Those 5 guys have let down this team. Where would they be if one of those 5 guys had a good year?
Oh, they'd be right. They'd be winning the division right now.
So to me, the point of, you need a frontline starter. You just need a competent starter. A competent starter, and I'm telling you, this team is 5 games better than where they're at right now.
From the 650 on the Comcast Business text line, let's not act like Logan Webb doesn't do that every other game, yet we talk about him like he's a Cy Young in regards to Ross Stripling giving up home runs. Okay, I've seen Logan Webb be that dude now for a while. Let's not, please. Please, let's not do this. How many times has Logan Webb gotten shafted by his team's offense this year, Shasky? He also leads the league in innings pitched right now. Did you know that? Yeah, 133 innings pitched. He leads the league. It's been awesome.
He's gone to the 6th inning in every single start, but I think 1.
There you go.
I mean, that's what an ace is, right? And so, going into the 6th inning one time, that's not what we're looking for. Again, I'm looking at this like right now. Logan Webb's the only guy on pace to break 175 innings pitched. Alex Cobb might be over 150. We'll see if he can stay healthy. That's it. Yeah. The days of the 200-inning pitcher is gone. Part of why they gave Samardzija years back, he can eat 200 innings. I'm looking at this rotation outside of Cobb and Webb, and it's been very, very disappointing, and it's letting them down right now. And if they don't make the playoffs, the difference between not making the playoffs and making the playoffs will be 5 guys that you expected to be 3, 4, 5. Not one of them gave you positive contribution.
And again, everyone was talking about before the season, man, the starting pitching, this is going to be the real strength of the Giants this year. And the bullpen, not worried about that. Well, look where we are now.